Hi there, podcast and public radio fans. Heath Drusen here, host and creator of the Extremely American podcast. I'm working on season 3, which is an urgent story about neo-Nazi terrorists and how they helped build a modern white supremacist movement, even from prison. Some of their ideas have even made it to today's White House. It's both a gripping true crime story and a timely warning about threats to our democracy. And this time, my investigative reporting is funded by you. To support the project, please make a tax-deductible contribution at extremelyamerican.org. That's extremelyamerican.org. And thanks.
From the studios of Boise State Public Radio News, I'm Samantha Wright, filling in for Jim Gaudette. It's Idaho Matters. You may remember Goddess Fest, the annual event that began in 1994 where creative people came together in the Treasure Valley to celebrate art, spirituality, and diversity. And when the festival wrapped up its last year, many were heartbroken. But never fear, because the Starbelly School of Dance stepped in and is launching a brand new tradition, the Starbelly Sacred Arts Festival, which kicks off this weekend at Expo Idaho in Garden City. Cecilia and Chad Wren are back on the show. You may remember when they taught us some belly dancing in the past. They're the directors of Starbelly School of Dance and the Starbelly Sacred Arts Festival, along with Jen Adams, owner of the Comedy Lounge and puppeteer with Dusty and the Dust Motes, and Sarah Powell, Goddess Fest alum and MC for the Starbelly Sacred Arts Festival. They're all here with me. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Hi.
Morning.
Hi.
Afternoon.
Hi,
Morning.
thanks for having us.
All right. Nice. Okay, Cecilia and Chad, why is a dance company, a belly dance company that's devoted to rocks sharky, that's belly dancing, taking on a sacred arts festival?
Well, we have been honored to be able to be a part of Goddess Fest for, I don't know, so many years I can't count. I feel like most of them, but I can't say for sure. And it was just one of our favorite shows and events all year. So it meant a lot to us. And when I heard that it was going to be discontinued, I was devastated. Our dancers and students were devastated. My friends who I've met along the way in Goddess Fest were also devastated. And I feel like somebody said something like, well, you guys should just continue it on. And I was like, yeah. Oh, wait, yeah, maybe. So but the big thing for me was that that I first wanted to see if that's something that the organizers of the festival, even though it ended, the Goddess Fest ended, how they felt about it. So I contacted them with a very heartfelt, sincere intention to continue the magic of Goddess Fest. Maybe making some changes to make it our own, and to see if there's places for improvement that they thought so. But mostly, I wanted to see if they would give me their blessing, and they absolutely did, which is wonderful. The name is trademarked, and so it was very important for them to keep the name and for us not to use the name. But they have supported us 100%. We bought for basically nothing. They basically gave us a lot of their equipment, canopies, cooling stations, a lot of stuff that they used for the festival. And then Vanessa actually sat down with me for tea and just shared with me all the information she had of, giving me advice on how to run the festival. And so I felt good to carry the magic through, and that I had their blessing. I think that was the most important thing. And then we just started, I formed like a council of people, a crew of people that could help with decisions and how we want to form it. And a lot of us probably in the sun next Friday, this coming Friday, figuring out where everything goes and, what we need for everybody and, all that kind of stuff. So it's really exciting and wonderful that it's new. I mean, Starbelly is, even though we're about dance, I think even more so, we're about community. And this festival, Goddess Fest, and now what this festival is with Starbelly Sacred Arts Festival, I think it's really necessary in our community to have a place where people of all different belief systems can come, can feel welcome, to celebrate the sacred, to celebrate the divine feminine, to celebrate the divine masculine, which I think is lovely that Chad brings that perspective to in a really healthy way. So I just think it's really important. I think that we just need that in our community here. I feel like it's a place that people find sanctuary and have in the past, and I really felt like that needed to continue. So,
wow, I love that. I love that. Chad, are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous. I think there's going to be a long Friday and a lot to do. But more than that, I'm really excited. I'm excited. I think Goddess Fest was always really inclusive and welcoming to everybody, and certainly welcoming to like the divine masculine. But I feel like this year we're going to kind of put a little more focus on the divine masculine, and I'm really excited. My dear friend from California, we've been best friends since junior high. He's going to come out, and he's a musician. He's going to perform, and we're going to demonstrate some different exercise forms. And I teach a form called Toltec energy dance.
Oh, wow.
Which is kind of like a martial art, but more just moving energy around your body. And so, yeah, I'm really excited for the changes that I think we'll see this year.
Right. Sarah, Goddess Fest alum, you're going to be the MC. Are you excited?
Yes, I am. I was one of those heartbroken people because I've been part of Goddess Fest for the last 9 years. Also as MC for them. So I get to carry it on through Starbelly Sacred Arts Festival. I also do photography, so I do a lot of picture taking of the performers. We have a great variety this year. Some new faces, some old faces that we're super excited. But yeah, it's one of those all-encompassing, like anybody can show up, anybody they just feel comfortable and welcome, and they just have a good time from all ages, the little kids on up to the older people, and they'll just come and sit on the bleachers and watch the entertainment, and you just see the joy in their face. So it's fun to be a part of this again and just carry on and help support from what I know and, give that advice and information, but also be part of the whole festival again. Super exciting.
Let's talk about some of what's going to happen at the festival. And Jen, I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be there, and you have brought along a friend who's going to be there. Can you tell me who you have with you?
I will be happy to. So I brought along with me one of the members of Dusty and the Dust Motes. He is a monster, and his name is Ferbert. He will be performing with multiple of his other puppet friends, and there is singing, and there's dancing, and there's a lot of interactive stuff that is extremely family-friendly and really joyful for people to come and get into with their kids. We hand out kazoos. The kids play along. We have scratch and stiff stickers that get Snickers. Yeah, those two. They get handed out, and then the puppets and the band all sing together, and it's all led by Dusty, who is a giant unicorn who would definitely not fit in this studio. So that's why I brought another friend of mine who's a little bit smaller.
Okay, and your friend is purple and blue with horns. Can you introduce us?
And pink. I'm pink too. My name is Ferbert, and I want to party and have fun and play instruments with everybody, and it's going to be a good time. Okay, so come to the show. There's a unicorn and snacks and fun and lots of love and songs.
Wow, Ferbert, you have horns.
Yes.
With sparkles.
Yes.
Ferbert, how long have you been performing?
So time is kind of hard because I'm a monster. We don't really do time. So now and then before and probably after.
Ferbert, I love you. You are awesome. Look at you. And your eyes are yellow and green.
Yeah.
And wow. Do you like hanging out with the kids when you...
Oh yeah, it's fun. Kids are fun. Sometimes they're a little scary when they get super loud, but then I just get loud too. Then it's not scary anymore.
Are they afraid of you sometimes?
No, they like me because I'm sparkly.
And you're going to be at the festival.
Oh yeah, and Dusty's there, and Dusty's a giant unicorn, and she teaches people to dance, and so everyone will get up and dance, and we'll have so much fun, and you'll learn the songs, and then you'll get stuff like gifts that you can play at home to annoy your parents.
Always important. Always good to annoy your parents. Okay, let's talk about what else is going to be there. And I don't want to talk about belly dancing yet, but there are other things. There's going to be gemstones. There's going to be crystals, buying, selling. Yes.
Oh, absolutely. There's going to be a lot of beautiful handmade local art. And some of the things we did a little different this year is we curated the vendors. So with the exception of jewelry and gemstones, there's only one or two vendors kind of from each category.
Ooh. And
I think that and has a really great variety. We have a lot of different kinds of art. But of course, I have a little bit of a problem with gemstones and jewelry, so there's a lot of that. But there needs to be, right? I mean, we all agreed, yes, there should be as much of that as possible because more is better. So there'll be lovely jewelry. There's a lot of interactive activities that are going to go, and I feel like a lot of the entertainers on the stage are going to be interactive. Starbelly is always interactive. Mm-hmm. Dusty and the Dust Motes is just so fun, and they're going to open up the festival. The festival starts at 10 a.m. and they're going to be playing at 11 a.m. So they're gonna jumpstart everything, which will be amazing. And a lot of the other bands tend to be more to get people interacting and dancing, and so I'm really happy about that. Also, the Catalyst Art Collaboration is going to be there. They're going to have some interactive art stuff we haven't quite figured out yet because they just got done with our Art and Roses event on Sunday.
Oh wow!
So I think she's still recovering. So I'm going to ask her tomorrow what she wants to do, and she'll do it, and it'll be great. So I already have a space for her. There's also a community dome-shaped tent that is at the entrance, so kind of opposite from the stage, where there's going to be kind of mellow acoustic activities for people. There's a lot of book authors that are vendors, so there might be some book readings, some poetry readings, some sound baths, some yoga classes, some qigong little classes. This is a place where people can kind of come and get a little quiet, which will be sort of nice. And then the Comedy Lounge is going to have a booth with some interactives. I mean, there's a lot of just kind of participation. I feel like people have forgotten how important their participation in and how valuable that is. Like, community doesn't exist. We create it with our participation. And that may be just quietly watching, or that could be jumping in and playing. But just showing up for each other is where we make this magic. And I'm really, a lot of our directive is to have things that people can participate in, that they can touch and feel and be part of. And those quiet people, you don't have to participate. You can sit quietly in the shade. It's totally fine. So I have a little bit for everybody, because I know there's the quiet people and their participation by being there is just as valuable, but it is hugely valuable and wonderful.
Okay, you mentioned the cozy community dome tent.
Yes,
for relaxing, and you mentioned this, but you're going to have tea ceremonies.
Yes, Divine Lotus Tea will be there, and she's going to do some tea ceremony kind of activities, either in that tent or hers, which is right next to it.
And you mentioned sound baths. Okay, so what is the new one? What is a sound bath?
Okay, well, that's a good question.
Yeah.
There will be a sound bath on the main stage on Sunday morning to kind of get things started. So I don't do them myself, but they are... there's crystal sound bowls, and there's a lot of different sounds that they make to have different vibrations that ideally you let kind of bathe over you, and it's supposed to help reset reset your nervous system a lot. So they're pretty cool. They tend to be nice and mellow.
Nice.
Unlike on the main stage, everything's going to be pretty ruckusy. Me and Furbert are going to be partying down.
Party.
We're not. Yeah, we're not very quiet, but So that's to my understanding how sound baths are. But people do tend to like them a lot, and I think really any excuse to sit back or lay down and just breathe and listen can really help. Take all that nervous energy and turn it into bliss, which is our natural state anyway. So,
Yeah, should be.
yeah.
Okay, Cecilia. Obviously, since you and Chad are Starbelly, you're Starbelly. You do you do belly dancing. I mean, that's your day job. That's what you always do. You're going to be doing a lot of belly dancing out there. You're going to have the team, the school out there doing belly dancing. So I thought we should belly dance because we have before and we should do it again here. Can you give us a little lesson?
I always agree. If there's a chance to belly dance, do it. Do it. Okay, so we're going to start with shimmies, which are like the primary move of belly dance. So we're going to bend our knees. Okay, we're going to press our heels into the floor. So if your Achilles tendon's tight, you're going to want to bring those heels up, but don't let them come up. So, and then we're going to alternate moving our knee forward, 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 forward. Okay, and be loose. Don't think about your hips. Just think about your knees. Okay, and then go a little faster, like you're running. Okay, now run really, really fast. Really, really fast. Really fast. And then your hips are going to shake, and it feels great. Yes, and this is a shimmy. Yep, we're doing it. Okay, we're going to come back to that. We're going to do a hip twist. So all the weight's going to be on the left foot. We're going to have the heel down, and then we're going to be on the ball of the right foot. And then we're going to bring our hip up and twist it forward and then down. And then your foot is also going to pivot. So imagine that, don't really squash bugs. But we're going to imagine we're squashing a bug. Yeah. And then we twist our hip, and our hip comes up and then down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, yeah?
Can't do this.
That's great, right? Let's do the other side so that we're even. We must be even. Okay, so all the weight's in the right leg, up on the ball of the left foot. Bend both knees. Keep your knees nice and bent, and we twist up, twist up, twist up, twist, 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 twist. So this, I would say, is a hip twist and a hip drop. If you sit it down, is the quintessential belly dance move. So when you're dancing to an Arabic or Egyptian song, and the belly rhythm comes in that Chad's playing, then you do your hip drop, and they go, "Oh yes, yes." They know what they're talking about. Okay, now we're going to do some arms so that Furbert can participate.
Furbert the puppet.
Yes, the puppet. So I want you to think that both hands are like paintbrushes, okay? So you can paint with the back of your hand and the front of your hand. So we're going to come in front, and you're going to paint with the back of the right wrist. And then when it comes down, you're going to paint with the front of your hand. Yep, like that. There we go. Okay, let's try with our left hand. Yes. Beautiful. Yes. Okay, now we're going to alternate. When the right one comes up, it's the back of the hand and the front of the left, and then we alternate. Yes, we're painting both sides of that fence.
I think you're backwards.
That's okay. Whatever you're doing is good. Yes.
Okay, this is
Isn't that beautiful?
awesome. This is awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
Chad is playing the finger cymbals.
Yes.
Chad, let's hear those. Bring those up close so we can hear those. Nice. Okay, how much belly dancing are we going to have at Goddess Fest?
Lots. Lots. And that was something that at the Starbelly Sacred Arts Festival, the Goddess Fest always had lots of belly dancing, and we love to belly dance, so there'll be lots and lots. Yeah, Starbelly is doing 2 shows on Saturday and 3 shows on Sunday. Cairo Fusion will be coming and doing their style of belly dance. Studio Reverb has different belly dance styles and teachers are bringing. And then the Belly Dance Academy with Sidonia Mrunia. She's one of the OGs of OG. Yeah, she'll be there on Sunday. So we got lots of different belly dance. Also on Sunday, we're doing a pilot program for Idaho Rocks. And Rocks, as you know, means dance in Arabic. We've been doing a program here for the last couple years called Boise Rocks. And we received funding for our, support from the Boise City Department of Arts and History through their annual grant.
Yes.
So it's a program where we do traditional Middle Eastern dance, and then we mix it in with some modern or Western, American music to show the similarities. And it's way more fun than even that sounds. But we definitely get people up dancing. And so we have Persian mixed with Billie Eilish, because it's a similar thing. We have, we do Tunisian, which is really twisty. And then we might mix it in with everybody, let's do the twist, because it's all very twisty of the hips. So something that people can relate to. And then, of course, some culture and art mixed in. It's also really important to show that we all come from the same place. Whether we have a lot of differences, people think we have a lot of differences. We all come from the same place. We all celebrate. We all value family and love and togetherness. And to see that how much similar we are, even with our uniqueness. So we're going to do a little Idaho Rocks demonstration, and I'm really hoping to get some grants, some funding, some support so that we can take this program out to rural Idaho that doesn't get a lot of culture and show them, like, for example, Saidi and Roxasaya is a country dance. It's done with a stick because, it comes from Upper Egypt. But it works so well to Johnny Cash. Like that and the Western two-step is so similar. And it's because it is all country music, right? It's just different countries. Yeah. But it's all country music. So I'm really hoping that will kind of launch and get things moving for next summer. So we have lots of belly dance. It'll be really fun.
Always a big hit.
Yes. Sarah, real quick, you get to stand up on stage and watch everybody at the festival.
I do.
How much fun is it for people?
Oh my gosh. They have such a great time. It amazes me every year, like how many will just sit and just watch the acts over and over and over again, especially the belly dancers. I remember my first year with Goddess Fest, I emceed, and like they would bring their lawn chairs and just set up shop and just hang out. And, not being to the festival a lot prior to that, like it's just amazing, like watching them just enjoy it. So it's great. It's
All
so
right.
fun.
All right. We've got a minute left. I'm going to have Chad and Cecilia do a little symbol for me. I want to make sure everybody knows that we've been speaking with Cecilia and Chad Wren, directors of Starbelly School of Dance, along with Jen Adams, owner of the Comedy Lounge and puppeteer with the Dusty and the Dust Motes, and Ferbert, the puppet, and Sarah Powell, Goddess Fest alum and MC for the Starbelly Sacred Arts Festival. The new festival, it starts this Saturday. It'll go through Sunday at Expo Idaho in Garden City, and it's free.
Yes.
All free.
And thanks so much for listening to Idaho Matters from Boise State Public Radio. Do you have thoughts about today's episode? Make sure you email us at idahomatters@boisestate.edu or reach out on our socials. Just by listening, you're helping to support public radio right here in Idaho. And I want to say a big thank you for that.
Each story you hear on Planet Money starts with a question. What happens if we refund tariffs? Why are groceries so expensive? At NPR, we stand for your right to be curious because the forces shaping our world can be hard to see. Follow NPR's Planet Money wherever you get your podcasts and start seeing how the economy really works.